Cascade Hoops Talk, Billy D. I got Malik Payton here.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to. You didn't want to take my hand. I had a buzzer in there. So. Benedictine Mesa Redhawks.
Yes, sir.
Hey, congratulations. You guys surprised some people, including me. I saw you guys. I watched the Evergreen game. I live up in that area.
Okay.
And I thought, oh, they're not that good because Evergreen got them. Evergreen should have beat you maybe.
Yeah.
And you had some other wins. Yeah, you beat Providence. Yeah, anyway. And then you beat Eastern Oregon. Now, I happen to know Eastern Oregon's a really, really good team. And I'm like, well, what the heck? And then you beat Arizona Christian. I was late to the party, I got to admit. But ever since that point, you guys have been seen as a threat in the country. Talk about the turnaround, because you're a 3-year guy.
Yes, sir.
Talk about the turnaround that you've had at Ben U. Yeah. And talk about this season.
For sure. Well, obviously last season we were, bottom of the barrel. No one really knew about us in our conference. We only won 2 games. So yeah, it was tough. We had a couple dudes go ineligible, a lot of key players who ended up not being with us throughout the end of the season last year, which made it a little tougher. And I also think some of our leadership just wasn't holding everybody accountable the way that they should have. Coming into this year, we knew, we have the talent, we have the guys, we have to be able to stay on them, pass classes, do what you need to do off the court, and on the court, it's never a worry. We just have to be able to stay composed, stay together, and do what we do.
Now, I understand you guys have really kind of relished in that underdog role this year. Now, you kind of use that to your advantage.
Yes,
Talk about that.
Well, going to Ben U, you're always an underdog realistically. The facilities, what we have isn't what some of these other schools have, and that's all right. But, every time we step onto the court, we play with that. We understand that we're not supposed to come out here and win. We're not supposed to be seen as a top 4 school in the nation like that. Those are things that we hold, and we understand that people are also looking at us and saying, "Oh, or whatever, that's Ben U. We're gonna beat them." All right, we'll see what happens when it happens.
So, as a guy who's a 3-year guy, talk about what that means to you to have played in that program, been kind of, like you say, disrespected,
right? And
now you're in the Fab Four. What's that mean to you?
It's huge. It's a huge accomplishment. I'm super happy for the guys. I'm super happy for our coaching staff, our team. We've worked so hard to get here. We've been going at it since August. So, the fact that we've able to, all of our work is finally showing, it's a huge accomplishment for us. And I'm extremely happy for us.
So you grew up in Arizona. You play in Mesa right now. Most people, a lot of people don't know. Ben U Mesa is in Mesa, Arizona, and you're not very far from Park Gilbert.
Nope.
And you're about an hour from Arizona Christian, something like that. Mm-hmm. Just to give everybody, but you're in that Phoenix metro area.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people don't know that. Where was I going with that? You grew up in Florence. You're an Arizona guy. Mm-hmm. You went to King for a year. It's a D2 school.
Yes, sir.
You ended up transferring over to Ben U. Why did you pick Ben U, and why are you playing basketball there?
So Ben U was actually my first ever offer coming out of high school.
Yeah.
And then I chose to go to my D2 in Tennessee. But after my first year of college, the biggest thing that I was looking for in a coach was honesty. And Coach Frank came to me. He told me what it was. He was very honest with me. He never lied to anything about me. So, that was the one thing that really stuck out to me. I really enjoyed that. So that's what the biggest thing.
That means a lot when a coach is straight up with you. That I hear that from players all the time. Yes. That is the one thing they look for. Yeah.
100%.
We talked about the great start that you had. I mentioned this to you before we started, but you guys didn't get beaten until I wrote it down as like January 10th or something. You guys went 7, whatever it was. Yeah. You guys went a long time. And then, I think you lost 5 out of 9 games or whatever the number was. And then the doubters really started coming back out.
For sure.
So as a team, how did you get through that period, and how did you come out so strong?
We never really listened to the noise, you know what I'm saying? We understood that it's the 10 guys we have together, whoever's playing, this is who we're locked in with, no matter what everybody's saying from the outside, no matter what they think. We weren't supposed to even start the season 17-0, so, we knew that a couple losses was never going to hurt us. We just had to really sit down, play the gritty basketball that we play, and hold each other accountable for the whole season.
I want to build on that. You guys do play some gritty basketball, a lot of steals. You really like to get after it. If you look at your value point numbers, you're one of the best defensive teams here. Just talk about what defense means to the Redhawks.
Oh, man, it's huge. Me, myself, I know I'm a very passionate about defense. So when Isaiah was able to come and Eric were able to come as two guards who I knew played defense, it just helped out a lot. Luis is a big stretch too. He helps us a lot. He gets some steals every once in a while that no one expects him to get. And I mean, our practices are very heavily defensive based. We're really thinking about how we can stop them, how we can really throw them off their game plan to get in transition and run.
I want to talk about your route here. You guys had to go to Nelson, Waxahachie, Texas.
Waxahachie.
Tough place. One of the toughest places to play. You played Southwestern. Southwestern is a really, really good team. A lot of people around the country discounted them too.
Yes,
you beat them by 3. And then you had to face Nelson, at Nelson, and Big Micah Clark. Talk about that game and what it meant to get past them at Nelson.
Nah, for sure. I mean, we knew it wasn't going to be easy. They have the big Zero who's averaging 25 points.
Yeah.
He scores the ball incredibly well. But, at the end of the day, it's our dogs against their dogs. And we understand that we trust each other to the fullest. And if we didn't trust each other, we wouldn't be in this position now. So, I mean, we had to heat everybody up on that side. We had to do what we do offensively. And luckily, we were able to make it to Kansas City.
Do you think having to go to Waxahachie kind of put that chip back on your shoulder and maybe gave you guys a little bit of an edge?
Oh, for sure. Coming out of Waxahachie, we were the 8 seed. No one was expecting us to even beat Nelson.
Right.
So, going into that game, it was like we could really play free, No one's thinking you're going to make it. No one thinks you're going to win. Go play fun basketball. They have all the pressure against them. We're just playing good basketball like we normally do.
So here you played a really good Faulkner team that I thought they outperformed a little bit against you. Everybody does here. I mean, because your energy is just so high. Everybody's energy is so high. And then you had to play Hope again. Now, you were 0-2 against Hope coming into it. Talk about your mindset going into that game. Hope again. They're good.
No, they're a great basketball team, great coach. They have, Player of the Year, Nick Hopkins was over there. He was in our division, obviously. But yeah, after playing them twice, we understood that if we were going to lose, it couldn't just be them pounding it in the paint. We understood that our game plan was to push them out to the 3-point line. We executed very well, and we were able to.
Yeah,
you
did a good job containing Nick, and that's tough. He's hard to contain. Yeah,
for surely.
Yeah, so you're going to go up against Freed Hardman. You'll be an underdog again.
Yes, sir.
But just talk about. I don't want to talk about so much about Freed Hardman because the game is the game.
Uh-huh.
I want you to talk about what it's meant. This last question. Oh, no, first before I do that, just talk about the GSAC, how tough it was.
Oh, man. Yeah, because especially my first year here, we were in the Cal Pack. And then,
that's right, yeah.
And then last year we jumped into the GSAC. And, it was definitely a big jump. The level of competition is huge, I will say. But, I am grateful that we're in a conference as such because when we came here, it prepared us for that. We have some teams in the GSAC who I think could actually give some teams over here a run for their money.
Oh, yeah, Embry-Riddle didn't even make your conference tournament.
Exactly, yeah. So playing teams like that on a weekly basis, it really gets you ready for a stage like this. We're playing high caliber teams every week. So I do think it was huge for us to be able to be in the GSAC and actually, be in that top 4 to compete for sure.
Just talk about what it means to you, Malik, to be a Red Hawk. That's a big part of your personality.
100%.
What's it mean?
It means everything to me. I'm highly committed to BenU. I'm huge in the student role as well. I'm the president, student body president.
Oh, congratulations! That's
Appreciate
awesome.
that. I'm also the BSU president. So I really do enjoy BenU. I bought in completely to the culture on and off the court. I do really love BenU.
Well, I really appreciate you spending a couple of minutes with me. I know it's a busy day. You play tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
That's Malik Payton, Benedictine Mesa basketball. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Thank you.